There we go. Hey, what's up? My name is Stephanie. I'm with The Hidden Agenda, and I'm chilling here at the machine shop with Jesse from 10 Years. How goes it this evening?
It's pretty good.
That's good. So, I know you've been on tour a while because I saw you a while back when you were on Hard Drive Live, and then I hear you guys went on Shiprocked.
Yep.
How was that?
It was a pretty wild experience. It was fun. It was like vacation with a little bit of work.
Any memorable or maybe embarrassing moments?
We had a balcony, and I got locked out of my room, and I climbed over the balcony from balcony to balcony, which is really stupid, to get back into my room.
Good thing you didn't fall in.
Yeah. After I did it, I was like, I can't believe I just did that.
Like, woohoo! So, let's see here. Your latest album, Feeding the Wolves. How would you describe the writing process? Are you like really organized, or is it just kind of when inspiration hits, like find a napkin and write it down?
It's a little of both. Like with me, I usually like to go to my own little private place and sort of spend a lot of time on it. And then Brian, he's a guy that is just quick. I mean, he can just put it together real fast. And we're polar opposites, but it's sort of like Lennon and McCartney. We balance each other out, so it's cool.
Well, that's cool. So how would you say this album differs from previous ones?
The album as a whole is a lot more aggressive than anything we've ever done, and it's probably because of all the, I think it spawns from all the stuff we've been through in the industry, and, you know, getting to a point where you're doubting yourself when you shouldn't be, and we just tried to get back to doing it for the love of doing it, and it has aggression and it has some angst in it.
I like that. And I love the video for Shoot It Out. I was wondering, like, if there's maybe a story behind that, the concept, or...
It was, I just collaborated with the director really well, and it was my favorite video that we've ever done, and because I lean more towards the weird, ambiguous, trippy stuff instead of videos like Beautiful. So, I mean, it was a complete pleasure to work. There's a guy named Israel Anthem, and I'll definitely work with him again because we had say-so in it, and it was really cool.
Very cool. Do you have any plans for the next one, maybe? I'm keeping my fingers crossed for Chasing the Rapture.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, we haven't really picked a second single yet. I know that eventually they're going to want to release Fix Me as a single, and then we want to release some more aggressive stuff, and then they always want to release lighter songs to see where it'll go and what it'll do too. So.
What about you? Like, if you had your way and forget about the industry and their say-so, what would you like to do?
You could probably listen to this record and tell exactly where I had full reign lyrically compared to some of the other songs on the record where I was sort of co-writing with everyone, all the other band members, and there's songs you create that you create for success and sort of to please, but also we still try to stay true to who we are. But I think more and more, like the more and more we have to do, we've done that, and I always have to go back to doing it the way I like to do it, and it's just I like to be clever and sort of, like I said, vague or very offensive. So
I like that. I could be going on at a limb here and be totally off base, but songs like Half-Life, Russian Roulette, Drug of Choice, and going back to Wasteland even, are these all about addiction? Yeah,
very much so. And it's from I'm not, it's not my personal me as the addict. It's a lot of loved ones that I've seen consumed and destroyed by it, and it's a very disappointing thing to see how powerful it just takes down people that are very good people, and I feel the need that I have to talk about it, just get it off my chest. It's my therapy. I lost my cousin, Brad Renfro, which that's what Wasteland's about, and he was an actor, and he struggled, he always struggled, and a song like Proud of You, it's just me, and it was like me saying, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose, I'm still proud of you with it, and it's a very hard thing to go through and watch happen.
I understand. I've actually know a lot of people that have been down that road, and it's very hard to claw your way back. And
human beings, I mean, we have addictive personalities as it is anyway. I mean, we all are sort of hung up on something, whether it's drugs or whether it's clothing or whatever it may be. We all sort of have our little, it just depends on whether you control it and you don't get consumed by it, or whether you just fall head first in. So.
But yeah, I love all those songs. Very, very helpful for people in recovery, and thank you for writing them and
I always
sharing.
try to, a lot of it can come off as pessimistic, and it's not at all what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to state the severity of addiction itself. If you give addiction a name, a voice, a title, you'll see how powerful that demon is. And if you don't have that monkey on your back, don't do it.
Right.
I'll quote Brad from when he was a teenager, barely even, I don't even think he was 18 yet, and he'd been in a lot of trouble, and people interviewed him and asked him about drugs. He just said two things. He goes, if you've never done drugs, don't, and if you have, I'll pray for you.
Yeah.
And that's as simple as it is.
So, do you remember the first time you ever heard yourself on the radio? A little nostalgic on ya?
Yeah. It was very wild because you're so internal with it, creating it. To hear it removed and put out next to like Korn or other, on rock radio stations and stuff, and you hear your song in the mix of all that, it's like, this is really happening, and it's unbelievable.
Cool. So who would you have to say maybe some of your biggest influence have been?
Man, I'm all over the place. I honestly lean more towards melody. My personal preference. I love Radiohead and Sigur Rós and Bjork and stuff like that. But then on the other hand, I love like the Deftones and Tool and A Perfect Circle and newer bands. Well, they're not newer, but bands that I've gotten into more. So there's a band called Brand New that I think is a great band, and Thrice. Thrice is another great one. I usually don't catch myself listening to like really, really mainstream what's on the radio that much, and it's not because it's good or bad. It's just I have a sort of an eclectic taste, I guess.
Definitely. I like that word too. I use that.